I told y'all yesterday I was going to have a super busy day today, on top of dodging those bad storms we had down here. And if y'all had those storms today, any of y'all, live in a state where the storms pass through, I hope y'all came out okay. I hope y'all made it out okay in the bad weather today, because it was a lot of tornadoes. So, but I came on just to give a quick message. I'm not going to be on here long. I'm going to try not to be too long. But it was something that came across my mind, and I just wanted to speak on it real quick. So, y'all do me a favor, as soon as you come in, please hit the like. But I want to talk about how you should focus on healing and not the narcissist karma. Because a lot of times that's one of the things that we take away once we have escaped the narcissist. Once we have finally got away from the narcissist and from the toxic relationship we were in, we start to sit and think about everything we went through, all of the abuse, all of the heartache, all of the lying, cheating, and just everything to hurt you. So, of course, you're going to sit and think about that sometimes, but you're going to also start thinking about when are they going to get their karma? You're going to think about, dang, they did that to me for so long. Just imagine how many more people they done it to in their past, or how many people they were doing it to while they were with you. Because you can't put nothing past a narcissist. They're never going to be satisfied with just one person. So just think about it. If you would focus more on your healing, you wouldn't really have those thoughts in mind as much as you do. And of course, that's easier said in the very beginning, because of course you're going to think about how much they hurt you, and you may even think about revenge. That's a normal human reaction. You want to get your lick back from everything they did to you. There's really no limit. There really shouldn't be any surprise to what a narcissist will do to hurt someone. They will suck a person dry in their bank account. So trust and believe. I know. I know what that hurt feels like. I know what it looks like. And I know what it feels like when you're just thinking about, okay, I want to see them hurt now. How could I get them back? But then you got to move past that. You don't want to let those thoughts settle in your mind, because you're going to lose focus of what's more important, which is your healing and moving forward with your life without the narcissist. Y'all, please hit the like button when you come in, please. Because as long as you keep thinking about the past with them, it's like you're giving them the power to stay in your mind. You're allowing to live there without even having to physically be there with you. You're not letting go. And now you have the power. You took your power back. You know, you've you physically moved on, but you haven't mentally moved on from it. And I know that it's a work in progress. Like, it takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. Healing does not happen overnight. It's a day by day thing. But you're not going to get anywhere by living in the past and thinking about how bad they did you and what you want to, how you want to see them hurting now. Because that's only holding up your progress from bettering yourself. And that's what you want to do. You don't want to be thinking about them. You know, the narcissist karma shouldn't even matter. It shouldn't even matter. Not only they're already receiving their karma every waking moment of their life, because think about how they have to live, how they have to operate. They're miserable. You know they're miserable. Look how they treat people. Look how they treat themselves. They don't even love them. So they're incapable of loving anyone else. That's karma. And the worst of it is yet to come. See, that's the self hate they have. That's karma. They're punishing themselves for the way they live. And they're making it 10 times worse because there's never any remorse. There's never an accountability. You know, they don't never look in a mirror and say, I could do better than this. I want to be better than this. I'm tired of living like this. I'm tired of feeling like this. And I don't want to keep treating people like this. That's when their life will get better. But you really, you know, it's most likely not going to happen. I mean, so you have to move past the narcissist because you're only hurting yourself. You don't need to worry about, you know, how they're pretty much handling things without you now. That don't matter. None of that matters. Because if you keep looking at, everything that they're doing without you, you might see stuff that you don't want to see. And again, that's delaying your process of healing because it's going to it's going to have you in your thoughts, and you're going to get emotional about the things that they didn't do with you, but now you see them doing it with other people. But trust and believe, the narcissist is only putting on a show. Always remember how the saying goes, believe half of what you see or half of what you hear and some of what you see. However it goes, you know what I'm talking about. The narcissist is good at putting on an act and putting on a show that's supplied for the narcissist. It's doing whatever makes them feel good and what makes them look good. And trust and believe, if they know you peeking in on their life since you have moved on and started healing, they gonna turn back and look like, oh, so you do miss me. That's the first thing they're gonna think. Oh, well, if she missed me, or if he missed me, I might have a chance. And they're gonna drop everything they're doing and they're gonna start picking with you again. You're delaying your process of healing by worrying about the narcissist and who they messing with. None of that should matter. And their karma shouldn't matter. You're going to think that they're not getting their karma because they look happy with the person that they're with now. That's an act. The narcissist is good at acting. Remember, that's how they got you, by putting on an act. They're good at that. But that act could only last for so long. Unfortunately, you had to go through it, you know, to realize it, but you got through it. So continue to move forward with your healing process. Focus. We got to stay focused on what's important. You got to focus on you and love yourself enough to say the past doesn't even matter anymore. You got to pick up the pieces and keep it kicking. So also think about, once the narcissists know that you haven't, really moved on because you're looking back, checking in, they really gonna show out. They're gonna start putting on a bigger act for you as a form of punishment. They trying to see if you gonna get mad or jealous, or react, respond in a way like, because if you lash out, then that lets them know you're not over them and you're not. If you care about who they're with and all the things that they're doing for them that they didn't do for you, then you're not over them. But even if you're not over them, and I'm all about being real, so you got to be real with yourself. You still have to push through. You got to push through those moments. You don't want to let them see you sweat. You don't want them to know you feel like that. You should be moving in a way where they can't even tell how you feel. But they'll know if you keep looking back in the past. You want to see if they're hurting. You want to know if they miss you. You're waiting to see their karma. And who's to say if they're going to get their karma, to where you'll be there to witness it? To be honest with you, their karma is not even your business. It's none of our business. That's between them and God. And God don't need your help because he's on perfect timing. He don't need our help. We don't need to be there for that. Now, if we just so happen to witness it, we still not supposed to take joy in it. We're supposed to remain humble and move on and be grateful. You even supposed to thank him in those moments. Thank the Lord for bringing you out of that. Because look how it could have brought you down. It could have ended much worse. You lost some things, but you didn't lose it all. You're down, but you're not out. You still got some living to do. So keep on living and focus on you and look at the bright side. You know, have some potential and think about all the stuff that you can be focusing on and doing now. All the things that you could do to better your life. All the things that you already had, planned to do before you went through all that with the narcissist because they just held you back. You know, the process was delayed but not denied. You still have time, you know. Y'all, y'all hit the like button when you come in, please. I'm gonna get to the comments toward the end. I'm almost finished. So, like I say, I'm gonna keep this short, y'all. I'm gonna keep this short because it's been a long day. But this was on my mind. I got time right now. You know, just think about it. Everything they do is for show. It's an illusion. It's smoke and mirrors. They're putting on a act. They're like a clown in a circus, and they have a lot of people fooled. But behind a curtain, that's not who you see. You see the mean and bitter, grouchy, angry. You don't know what they're going home to. They can be going back home to a little hole in the wall, but they got people thinking they're going home to, a mansion. They want people to think that they are really living like that. It's all fake. Remember, they sold you a dream and you bought it. Okay. But you survived. You still here. You don't have to punish yourself forever because you can't get that time back anyway. Now, there's ways that you can reclaim your time in the process of being with a narcissist. That's when you start to realize that you have the power and the courage to stand up to them and let them know where it's at. And it stops right here. That's when you reclaim your time. And then you cut it off and you move on. But you don't have to keep teaching them a lesson. You wasting time doing it. And like I say, God don't need our help dealing with anyone. He got to deal with all of us anyway. So he don't need our help. So don't be fooled with the narc. Because if they know you watching, they really gonna put on and act out. You know, don't go looking all on their social media. Unfollow or block and make it to where they can't follow you. They can't keep up with your page. You got to make your page super secured. You got to be private now because they'll find ways to peek in and see what's going on. They will even create fake profiles. Just be very selective who you allow on your social media. Because remember, you're focused on healing. You're not worried about them, and they shouldn't be worried about you. But as long as you keep looking back, that's going to let them know that you really haven't moved on. The narcissist is the biggest fake. Trust me, they're waiting till that Easter Sunday to get the kids. Let's say y'all co-parenting. They're waiting to get the kids for that photo op to step out on the front lawn and they good Easter Sunday best with the dress down with the kids, dressed down with the, the whole background set up, the bunny rabbits out there and the eggs on the ground, the Easter baskets and the whole nine. They ready to take the photos. They ready to post the pictures on social media. It's all smoke and mirrors because they not living like that. They haven't been to church since last Easter Sunday. And they haven't seen the children in God knows how long. So you don't need to entertain that. Let them have that moment. If that's what they need to do to feel like they're all this and that, then that's on them. That's their problem to deal with. Because it's a problem. It's a mental issue. And they are definitely in denial. You know that. And they know that. But who cares? You don't need to try to prove anything to them. Because remember, you're moving on. You're healing now. You're not trying to go back and forth with them anymore. That's done. We're getting over that, you know. We're not going to keep going there. The narcissist will have a lot of people fooled. And, that's for them to find out. You had to figure it out. And now they're going to have to go through it sadly. And that's not something you want. You don't want that to happen to your worst enemy. And you don't even feel like you have an enemy. So you don't want that to happen to anyone. Because you know what it felt like. So there's no need to keep looking back. They're miserable. They're going to be that way because they're in denial. And there's nothing you could do about that. You can only control you. And you have to be able to control your emotions and the way you respond and react to a narcissist, especially if you're co-parenting. Because once they know that you are really moving on and you're not looking back, they're going to keep picking. They're going to keep trying to do things to make you feel some type of way. And they're going to start early. They're not going to give you room to breathe and process a breakup. They don't think like normal people. They don't operate like that. They don't believe in closure. They believe in control. They look at closure as forgive and forget and let's start over. And trust me, the starting over is really starting from where you left off, except it's going to be 10 times worse because the narcissists don't change. So trust and believe. There's nothing in the past. You ain't missing nothing. They ain't doing nothing new. and God brought you out of that. You survived. Look at the bigger picture. You survived. That's the only thing that matters. So like I said, I was gonna keep this short. Not gonna be too long-winded on here. So again, I hope y'all liked the video and y'all came in. I want to thank y'all for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. And leave your thoughts down below. The same for those who come back and watch the replay. And I will see y'all in the next one.